Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome to the whoops, Hoop Love Y'all show. Okay, tonight, the Hoop Love Y'all show, I talk about health, humor, and hooping. And actually, tonight, we have a special guest. And I'm just giving you a teaser here because I'm going to be showing you a little foot hooping move, doing a little tutorial of that in a little bit. So we're going to bring on Carolin Hauser of the of high vibe living. And okay, so now bear with me because I'm working with the cameras and this is a new thing. So we're trying a new technology thing today and broadcasting on 2 cameras. And let's see here if I can get this going. It says upper right, edit post, create. Let's see here. There's a way to do this. There's a way to do this. I know there is. I have another way to do it just in case. All right. I read the directions. Again, this is new to me. So it says tap the profile picture of the person you want to invite at the top right. Where can you do that? Top right. Tap profile picture. Top right. Okay. Picture in picture. Show controls. Let's see here. Here we go. Playing picture in picture. All right. Now, cast. Let's see here. Looking for devices. No devices found. Okay. This is entertaining. Live video. You got to love it. All right. Let's see here. I know. Okay, so Carolin is here. So I have another variation to do this in case we should have tested this out here. I did post see video insights. Okay. It's not giving me this option. Show controls, picture in picture cast. Let's try this. Oh, sources. Okay. I know this makes for really entertaining live video while I try and figure this out. I guess we should have tested this out. Okay, Carolin, still have to bring me on. Yes, that is correct. Carolin, yes, I do still have to bring you on, and I am trying, and I'm trying to figure out where to do that. Let's see if I make this bigger. If there's a way to get this on that is something that I'm not seeing. I do see you, Carolin. I see you on the broadcast. Okay. Now, can I talk witty while I try and get this done? Let's see here. It's not giving me option. Facebook. All right. Let me go read these directions again here. It says share your screen. Okay. This isn't a share screen. It's a screen call. How do I add? Tap add to send an invitation. When a person accepts your invitation, they'll join your broadcast and their video will appear. If you go live in landscape and add someone to your broadcast, you and your guest will appear in split screen. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. I know I'm going live. So, all right. I have an extra idea. All right. This isn't the way I wanted to do it, but I had a backup plan here just in case. All right. So what I'm going to try and do is call Carolin and have her on the phone here. So we'll see if this works. Okay. So the theme of this show is Tootsies. Oh, there's Carolin. Okay, very good. Hi, Carolin. Sorry, I wasn't able to get this figured out. We should have tested this out beforehand. So Carolin is joining us live from Mexico. And Carolin is of High Vibe Living, also known as High Vibration Living. And we're talking about the mind-body connection. This is episode 6 of 6 of the Mind-Body Connection series for this series for the Hoop Love Y'all show. And also, this is episode 80 of the Hoop Love Y'all show, so I'm very excited about that. So, everybody, welcome Carolin. Carolin. Hi, Carolin. Okay, and I think I need to turn my volume up on this because I think I turned it down, so bear with me, and then, yep. All right, there we go. Oh, I hope I don't get feedback on this. I might. Let's see what happens here. I wonder if okay. I don't really need my camera in there. I just need yours. Okay. Well, let's see here. I know. Carolin's in here. This is Carolin, and she's broadcasting live from Mexico. So, all right.
Yes, I'm being eaten by mosquitoes right now.
Okay.
They all got into my house. So if I keep wanting to know.
Okay. So I just did the show introduction that we're talking about Tootsies. That's the theme, and that we're talking about the mind-body connection. And you were talking about, we were talking about earlier, root chakra and how that relates to the mind-body connection. So I'll let you take it away a little bit here and tell a little bit about what you do. And also then Carolyn has a book as well. Let's see here. Let me get this to facing both cameras so that we can get you in there. Okay, go ahead, Carolyn.
Well, for those of you that don't know me, which probably is most of you, I'm originally from Germany, and to make a long story short, about 6 years ago, I had a complete physical, mental, emotional breakdown. I was facing bankruptcy. I was going through divorce and adrenal burnout and chronic fatigue. And during that, I had a complete physical collapse one evening and left my body and came back, obviously, because I'm still alive.
That's
but
good.
What basically hit me, yeah, it was good, very good. But what basically hit me, or what was given to me upon re-entering, was that I really, in order for me to have the life that I wanted, I needed to really shift into the pursuit of pleasure. And when we hear the word pleasure, right, we first think it's like sex and chocolate and maybe shopping and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so I was challenged by Spirit at that time to broaden my definition of pleasure and to start leading my life based on a body felt sensation in my belly, in my lower, the lower chakra area. Mm-hmm. And so I did that. I started doing that. And my life has completely transformed since then. I've built a thriving coaching business. I wasn't really living my purpose. I had 2 small kids and I was doing diapers and dishes. Mostly since then, I've helped over 6,000 people. I've traveled a ton. I have spoken a ton. I've published 1 book and I've written a second all around this topic of really being in your body. For me, it had to do with healing my sexuality. So my first book is a book on sexual healing. Okay. And we might talk about that today. Mm-hmm. And then really around like this concept of, well, you have to be in your body in order to feel what feels good to you, which I call, basically your pleasure IQ. I've coined the term pleasure IQ. Okay. And we all need to develop a higher one if we want to end up in a better position in life, because our pleasure IQ is our level of ability to allow pleasure in all areas. And so when we can start making decisions based on what feels pleasurable, full body, like yes, life looks completely different. Right. Yeah. And I just want to do a check-in with our audience to make sure people are hearing the broadcast okay, that they're hearing you. Because I know I have one of my students is watching, Sherry. So Sherry, chime in here if you can hear the audio okay. So, and go ahead, Carolyn. I'm not seeing your face, just so you know. Oh, okay. I'm seeing the wall. Oh, okay. Yes, because I am showing, I've got my phone facing the camera so that you on my phone is on the broadcast. That's how I'm hooking this live. So this is how we play internationally, boys and girls. Sometimes you just have to punt. So next time we'll get this figured out a little bit better. But I just wanted to. Oh yeah, and Sherry said she can hear it. So good. Thank you, Sherry, for chiming in, because I knew she would be a helpful response on that. So yes. So this is, entertaining to do. Technology allows us to do new and different things, and that's what I'm trying to do, and trying to expand and reach out and do that. So expand and grow, that's what we all try to do on a daily basis. So yes. All right. So you were talking. Yeah, exactly. So you were talking about getting in touch, and I've been on the last broadcast too. I did a little bit on kind of root chakra basics part 1, and that's why I'm wearing red today, because that's associated with the root chakra. And in that,
getting in touch with the feet. Carolyn and I were talking a little bit earlier about even just how we don't, this is like your health tip for today, one for me at least, of just taking off your shoes and getting in touch and getting grounded, literally getting grounded with the earth, because that is very helpful. And Carolyn, you had a funny thing about this, because since you're in Mexico,
I walk around barefoot all day long. I didn't even realize it, but I do, because first of all, my kids constantly steal my flip-flops, so I never have them. So I end up just not having shoes. And then I have been running on the beach, and I do that barefoot. And so I've just, if I don't, I live on the beach, and I don't leave here much, so I'm pretty much just barefoot now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. And that helps us get in touch with being grounded. So you're grounded most of the day, if not all day long.
Yeah. But it also helps, so part of my journey to really healing the chronic fatigue and the adrenal burnout was to start living life through my senses. And so it's not just you grounding to the earth, but it's also you grounding in your body, because you are starting to feel physical sensations.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as feeling the water on your skin.
Yes.
Or doing the dishes and feeling the water on your skin. Body is going to help you be present and be grounded and shift into a higher vibrational state, which in the end, that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And grounding, and yes, and so like getting this mind-body connection is getting the whole body activated in this, and so like I said, this particular episode is on the Tootsies, and but this energetic all of this energy force goes up throughout the entire body and affects how we think about things, how we do stuff. If you're a hoop dancer, it affects how you hoop and how you dance, how you express yourself. And, sometimes we're in our head and thinking about stuff rather than being in our body and just enjoying the physical sensation. And I think that's one of the things that you were talking about as well, is connecting with that physical energy and that, sexual and sensual energy, which I think, sometimes we find is taboo to talk about, but you were definitely talking about that, and I found that fascinating. And also I have another guest that's coming on the show, and she's going to talk. We're going to get into some even racier topics, and but good, really great topics to talk about. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be exciting for a future show. So yes, so continue about how you do your getting in touch with the energy, because you had an exercise that actually had to do with the feet. If you might be able to describe that.
Yeah. So one of the ways that my special and unique, my unique brilliance is shifting energy. So I actually am a trained family constellations facilitator, and that's a type of energy work. And so I have clients, and I do that with people. But I also teach people how to play with energy and align themselves with energy. And one of the their true yes and no feels like. And a lot of people have heard of kinesiology, yes, but then a lot of people also don't know how to muscle this. I'm one of, but I just can't get myself to do it.
Okay.
Because the body is always in the present moment. The body always knows. So if you're faced with a decision, the quickest way to figure out what really is best for you is to write down your question. It has to be written in a way so it can be answered with yes or no. So is this best? Is it this piece of chocolate right now, for example? Write it down. It's so important that you write it down, because your subconscious will trick you otherwise, and you won't remember which way you formulated it. Then have two pieces of paper, one write yes on, one write no on. Shuffle them so you don't necessarily know which one is which. Put them on the ground, face down, and then stand on them and just feel in your belly, feel in your body. Go back and forth between the two pieces of paper, and by doing so, in comparison, one will feel better to you than the other, for the most part. And so that's how with the one that feels better is the answer. So it might be the no, it might be the yes, but you will find out that way. And if you don't get a clear sense which one is better, then there's just not the time for the decision quite yet. Then just try it at a later time. But that's one way that you can learn. One tool that you can use to align yourself really, really quickly with what's really good for you, and with that create humongous change in your life.
And it does sound a lot like muscle testing. And you're right. Muscle testing is very hard to do on yourself without another person being there. So, and for anybody that doesn't know what muscle testing is, the variation that we used to use in our health food store when we had a health food store back in the day was you held out your arm. You basically did the same thing what Carolyn was just describing, is you ask if something is right for you, and then if it's possible, you hold that thing in your hand, and you use strength test to begin with something that's really obvious, like your name. You say your name, and my name is, and then you state your actual name, and somebody takes your arm is one way to do it, and presses down on your arm, and if your arm should be solid, because that is truth. And if it's, then you say something like, my name is, Rumpelstiltskin, and obviously that's probably not your name. So when they go to test the strength and push down on your arm, it will go down in a way that it didn't go down when in your truth, in the strength. So that's just,
you won't be able to hold it.
Yeah, that's muscle testing in like a teeny tiny nutshell. So I love this of the piece of paper, because that is a way that we can do a variation of you called it the true yes or no, and how to do that, and ask yourself questions. So when you're, you really want to see, like, not just in your gut, but your sometimes your brain battles with your heart, and that's a rough one to deal with sometimes. So now you can get help decide, which is a fun thing to do. So yes. So I want to do a little laughter yoga exercise, and I'm just going to do this in the camera here, and it's going to look a little silly, but if anybody's been with my broadcast before, I'm all about the silly. But it's going to be we're just going to do this, and just take some nice deep breaths in with us, just laugh with us, and you can even do this. You can tickle your feet, but hold a foot. And if you can't reach your foot, just grab and look at your foot, and try and get it into a place where you can just see your foot, and just start breathing and giggling. So you're going to take some deep breaths in and just smile and giggle. And it's a fake it till you make it laughter. So you're just taking the nice big inhale in and exhaling it out. You can even laugh with this too. Inhale in and laugh it out. And inhale it in and laugh it out. Now I'm holding the phone right now, but normally at the end of laughter yoga exercises, we take our hands together and we clap them together nice and big and wide, and go very good, yay. Let me see if I can attempt this with my feet in the camera while holding Carolyn, who's in Mexico. So if you're wondering why I'm holding the camera, if you just joined me, now this may be possible or impossible. Let's see how flexible I am. There we go. Very good, yay. Very good, yay. Okay, there's a new first. Okay, like I said, I try and keep this funny. So even when we do talk about serious topics and stuff like that. So cool. So also with Carolin, you have a book called Blossom: 7 Steps to Sexual Healing, and I will put the link on the broadcast for this, so people can go and tap into this really wonderful resource that you have available. And then you have a Facebook group. Can you tell what the Facebook group is so people can do that? And then I'll also have a link in the broadcast as well.
Yep. The URL is just www.high-vibe-living.com with hyphens.
Okay.
High-vibe-living.com.
Okay.
And I do energy work, and I share, tidbits every day, and it's just all about getting into a high vibrational state so that you can truly be who you came here to be and have everything that you want in life.
Great. Lovely. Okay, and again, I will post those links in on the show notes, so that you guys have that information, so you can go check out her Carolin's wonderful work. So I'm going to set down the phone. Is it okay if I say bye to you on the phone for now, Carolin, and then I'll do this foot hooping exercise?
Yes, thanks for having me.
Okay, wonderful. So thanks so much for being here. Everybody wave to Carolin, and also comment, like Carolyn is in the world in Mexico. So, you know, if you're watching live, type in the comments where you're watching from, because that's always fun to know. And so thank you so much, Carolyn. I'll say hi to you from here. Okay. Now you can see me.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
I can see you on your screen too.
I can't, right? It's like a vortex of like probably mirror, mirror, mirror. So anyway, so thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to do a quick hooping exercise. All right. Thanks, Carolyn. You take care. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. So we're going to get to, okay, we'll end that. And I'm going to give you a quick foot hooping tutorial. So it's really helpful to do foot hooping with bare feet. So as you've already seen, that I've stuck my feet up in the camera already. But what we're going to do is if you know lasso hooping, which now I'm using a very small light hoop. So when you use a small light hoop, it can fly pretty fast. So, but if you know lasso, I'm in a small space. That's why I'm using a small hoop and light as well. So, and I'm doing this, normally I'd be on the ground doing this, but I'm literally sitting in a chair doing this. So this is what we're going to do. So you want to get lasso going first. And then what we're going to do, I'll demonstrate the move real quick. So we're going to get this going here, lasso, and then we're going to take our foot and get it in there and get foot hooping like so. Okay, now I'm going to describe how we got to that real quick. So you're going to get lasso going. So lasso is getting, I call this like a mermaid tail in water, like a little fish fin in water, mermaid tail. So this is kind of what you're getting going, and you're getting a little beat, 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 beat. Make sure that you keep your beat constant and consistent. So the split second that you're like beat, 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 I'm over exaggerating the length of time of that pause, but that's going to send the signal to your hoop to not keep hooping and drop the hoop down, and you'll learn the lessons of the laws of gravity. So what we want to do is just get that going really with a nice beat. So with a smaller, lighter hoop, you're going to have to get that going a little bit faster. So you can definitely try this with a bigger hoop. The warning is, if you're doing foot hooping with a bigger hoop, the hoop, you know, when you're first learning this, it's going to be coming down and probably smacking your face. So be careful with that. So that's one of the reasons why I just try a smaller, lighter hoop, but it is going to rotate faster. So just caveat on that. So what we're doing is we're getting this going on our hand first. I'm just going to demonstrate the movement. And then you're going to get the foot is going to come up and the hand is going to come out. So the key is the hoop likes rotating on one object. So you're taking, so I'm going to demonstrate, this is my foot, and you're coming in with the hand and removing. So you're hooping with the one object and you're replacing it with the other. So hand, foot, hand, foot, hand, foot, foot, hand. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to demonstrate this one more time here. And you're going to be taking this, so getting this rotating in the lasso position over the head. And you know that I have the thumb out for, I call this the thumb brake, the hand brake here, so that your hoop doesn't come down over you before you want it to. So now with the foot, you don't have that option because you're not going to be able to, okay, if you're really talented, I suppose you could do that with your toes, but that means you have to hoop on your toes. Where we're going is ideally is hooping right around the instep, which is right around the arch of the foot. So it's really helpful to be able to point your foot to be able to do this. Now, right now, I haven't like stretched or warmed up. I did some yoga like late in the night. So so what we're doing is on the hand, and thank you for the hearts out. Thank you. Okay, on the hand, and then we're going to take the foot. And you can even take, like, literally help your foot up, and you're going in the same place as the hand was and removing the hand. This has to get done kind of quickly. Now, if some of you guys are a little bit more advanced and you want to switch feet, you're going to do the same type of action. And you're going to take one foot and place it right up next to the other foot. Let's see if I can do this while on camera in a small space. Oh, the ab work on this. Holy cow. All right. So we're going to get this going on the foot. And then we're going to get both feet going, beat, beat, beat. And then we're going to take the first foot out. So let me try that one more time. See if I can get that on camera so you all know that it can be done. Okay, there's one foot in. So I've got the right foot in and just beat, 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 beat. I'm going to try and get the left foot in and switch down. So you can go really high up on the toes and hoop there. You might get a little bit of a foot cramp doing that. So do make sure that you're warmed up on this. Now, I was arching my back on that, which isn't great posture. So you want to have like a yoga posture, almost like boat if you can. So either, and a lot of people, what they do when they're first starting foot hooping is they literally, I see most people start foot hooping and they're laying down on an arm on their side, and they've got a leg up and they're literally holding their foot, holding their leg up doing foot hooping. That's totally fine. So when you feel strong enough to be able to do this with just your foot, then do that. But definitely do this first. So that's easier to get. So trying this. So if this is a little bit more of an intermediate move, you can definitely make it an advanced move by moving the foot in the directions. So you much like hand hooping. So like I'm going to demonstrate this with my hand. So much like if I'm here and I start changing the trajectory of my hand going down this way, I can change where I'm going with my hand. So you can totally do this with foot hooping too. Can't quite do that position that I just did this way, but you can go from raised with the foot overhead and then bring this down to the side. So you can also, now here's why you would want a smaller hoop. Sorry, this show is going a little bit over, but I want to give you some cool information. And plus we had our special guest, Carolin Hauser. So, so you can get 2 hoops going on, one on each foot. Yes, it's possible. Whether it's possible for me to do it in this small space, I'm not even going to try that because we would be here all night while I try and get that in this small space. So you would watch the hoops just flying all over the place. I can do that, and you can take the feet. You have to have enough space between the hoops. So like if you are going to try that, so like let's say these are my legs, that my arms are representing my legs. So you would get it going on your hand and then get it going on your foot. Let's see if I can do it this way. And get it going that way. So you could get this going where you have both feet going, like so. It is possible. So, but basically your feet are going and both have to be moving simultaneously and at the same rhythm. Otherwise, one's going to die. So that's gives you some really fun steps to do. More advanced versions of foot hooping. So, and then you can take this foot hooping and do all kinds of wacky stuff with it. You can do handstands with it. You can do cartwheels and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I obviously can't demonstrate any of those right here. I can do some of those things, not handstand yet, but I'm working up to that. So that's a cool thing to do. So anyway, definitely try the foot hooping and have some fun with it. You know, that's what it's all about. And try it. It's going to drop. It's going to drop. Have your happy hoop glee word where you use a happy hoop glee word. Just pick out any happy word and use that instead of a swear word when you drop it. That way your hooping is way more joyous when you're dropping the hoop and you're enjoying it and enjoying the process of learning and trying. So in conclusion, real quick, we had our theme of Tootsies, which went in with our mind-body connection series. This was episode 6 of, this was the 6th of the 6 parts. We had Carolin Hauser of High Vibration Living. Her book is Blossom, 7 Steps to Sexual Healing, because we were talking about the root chakra, and the Tootsies was our topic, and how to get grounded, you know, taking off your shoes and how you can get grounded in the earth. She went over a great exercise on how to do decisions with a piece of paper, a variation of muscle testing, but something that you could do on your own. And that was really a cool exercise. So definitely go back if you're watching the recording of this and go check that part of the video out. And I'll have the links up to her information as well. And if you haven't already subscribed to the Hip the Hoopla Happy Circle email, the world news, WHIROLD, the like world, So please do that, and you'll get a free gift if you go to my website, which is www.hipthehoopla.com, which is HIPTHEHOOPLA.com. So you can go there and sign up for the email and get some great tutorials and all kinds of fun stuff. And yeah, and then we did the laughter yoga exercise where we were laughing with the feet. So you could even basically you could almost do a laughter or a yoga exercise where you're doing giggling baby with the feet and moving the feet around, but also giggling with that and getting the feet up in the air. So I was doing this with a chair with one foot and just breathing in and giggling with that. And then we did the foot hooping and some variations on that. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I know we went a little over for tonight's broadcast, but I hope that you enjoyed and got something out of it. And I thank you so much for watching and for sharing this. You know, if you have a friend that would enjoy this information, I would love it if you tag them and tell them why you would like to share this with them. Because sometimes, you know, just even giving our friend a compliment of just like, you know, I think you're a healthy person and I think you might enjoy this. Or I know you're an awesome hooper and hey, this might be right up your alley. Or, you know, I know I've seen you doing something and this might be your next hooping step, or laughter yoga, or whatever. So anyway, share it with somebody that you love. Thank you so much for watching. So rock on, peace out, and thanks, and I'll see you guys on the next show. Okay, so rock on, peace out for episode 80. All right, bye.